What's up guys, and welcome back to part 6 of this 2006 CBR600RR bike rebuild. Unfortunately guys, the bike is not here anymore. If you look around, the bike is gone. Someone saw the bike and they loved it so much they wanted to purchase it. So I could not refuse, since the whole reason I got into rebuilding these bikes is to fix them up and then sell them. So when the opportunity came, I didn't have a choice, guys. I had to sell it. Now you're probably wondering, did I sell it with all those issues that we saw in the previous episode? The leaking oil, the mirror that was hanging out. And no, guys, I fixed those up. I'll briefly talk about what the issues were and how I solved them, especially the oil leak. So I'll throw in some images here that I took while I was busy fixing the issues. So specifically the oil leak, I traced down the leak and I saw that it wasn't coming from anywhere around the gaskets. It was actually coming out from the oil fill plug. So I took the plug out, and as you can see here, the plug didn't have an O-ring. So obviously you need an O-ring to keep the oil in there so it doesn't leak, because once oil gets too hot, it gets thin, and then that's when it starts leaking out. So I got an O-ring, I put that in there, and the leak was gone, guys. The next issue was the mirror. That was a pretty simple fix. I just got an extra bolt, I put some thread locker on there and tightened it up, and it was good to go. Yeah guys, so those were the issues that I had to fix before I sold the bike. I fixed them up for the new owner. He was very happy with the bike, and yeah, I'm also very happy with how the bike came along. So I think what we'll do in this episode, guys, we'll go through cost breakdown of how much it actually cost me to fix this bike up to get it to the state it was when I sold it. So sit tight guys, and let's go through all of these costs per item. Awesome, so I've got my phone here, I've got the items listed out. I wish I had a whiteboard in here so I can just write up everything, but I'll just put the prices on the screen just so you guys will follow along. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list the prices in ZAR, which is a South African currency, because that's where I'm from. And for all the other guys, I'll also show the USD equivalent of that amount. Right guys, so getting right along, the first thing that we got was the starter switch assembly. That cost us 375 Rand. And then we got the fairing kit, that was 7,500 Rand. The headlights were 995 Rand. We got some H7 connectors to fit our bulbs in, those were 104 Rand. We got the bulbs as well, so those were your normal halogen bulbs, and that was 100 Rand. We got some wiring connectors, because if you remember, some of the wires in the front were cut off and all of that, so those were 42 Rand for a packet. And then we also got some integrated taillights for the front, those were 200 Rand. We got a front stay bracket, that's to hold the front gauge cluster and all the stuff that go the front headlights and the fairing. That was 850 Rand, okay? And then we also got the front foot pegs. I actually didn't mention that in the beginning, but I also got that to fix up for the new customer, so the customer of the bike, and that was 250 Rand. So the bike had brand new front foot pegs. And then we got a radiator cap, that was 70 Rand. We fixed the front rim, the one that was bent, that cost us 300 Rand. So the guys just unbent that rim and it was nice and straight. We also got rim tape, that white tape around the rim, that was 70 Rand. It was pretty cheap because I got the whole thing and I just cut it up into the patterns that I liked. And then we did wheel balancing on the rims, because obviously we painted them. We took out the old weights and then we took it to some guys to do wheel balancing. So that's how much it cost, 200 Rand. We did an oil service on the bike. The oil was 540 Rand. That was for 3 1-liter bottles. I actually, guys, while I was pouring the oil, I'll throw in a clip of what happened. I actually forgot to put the drain plug in, and the oil ended up spilling while I was topping it up. It was a rookie mistake from my side, but these things happen, guys. And then we got an oil filter that was 160 Rand. We topped up the bike with coolant that was 210 Rand. And then we got some miscellaneous hardware like some screws, some bolts, some nuts, all of those things. And that added up to about 100 Rand, okay? And then again, like I said, the oil leak required a O-ring. That only cost us 15 Rand, all right? So those were the things that we actually took out money for. Then we had other things that we used, but we actually had them lying around here. So things like we bled the brakes, and that we had the brake fluid in the garage here. But typically you'll find that for like 70 Rand. Okay, so and then we painted the rims as well. So we did that ourselves. The rims, the frame, the swing arm as well. I had some paint laying around, but a can of paint like that, you'll find it at around 210 Rand, I believe. So I'll put a total on the screen here just so you guys know, because I think I used 1 can of black paint and 1 can of clear coat. So I'll put the total of that on the screen. All right, guys, so as far as the total goes, right, we ended up spending 12,081 Rand, which was not that bad, guys. Considering the amount of damage we had on the bike, I think we saved quite a lot, especially when it came to unbending the rear subframe. That would have set us back like 3,000 Rand. So big save on that. And some other things that we decided to DIY instead of taking it to other people. For example, spraying the rims and all of that. In the end, they came out looking perfect. We gave them a good polish after. The client was super happy with how the bike came out. So yeah, guys, 12,081 Rand is the total that we've got with all the items that I listed. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. All right, guys, so I think we're gonna end this build series here. Since the bike is not here, there's nothing left to do. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. You saw some things that you maybe had issues with, and we kind of helped you out, or kind of inspired you to do the same. So I appreciate all the subscribers, all the likes that you guys gave. Really appreciate that. And we're gonna tackle on the next build ASAP. Hope you guys are ready for that. Stay tuned, guys. Make sure that bell icon has been switched on, so you're the first to see when that episode comes out. I really appreciate the support, guys, all the comments, all of that. And yeah, guys, like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the next bike rebuild. Peace out. These guys, the CBR is going. CBR is going. Saying bye. Paper signed, money received, and everything.